It's 5:30 in the morning. I set off down to Mt Ruapehu very early this morning. I think I arrived here at 2 o'clock and then had a snooze in the back of my car. So I'm hoping that all that effort to get down here so early hasn't been a waste. I'm going to be doing some landscape photography of Mt Ruapehu this morning, and I'm hoping that it's all going to come together. I've checked the weather looks good, and I've been on the photographer's emphasis, so I know where the light's going to be. So now I just need to make sure that my skills are up to my expectations. Let's find out if they are. So I'm just walking around at the minute in the dark. It's quite tricky to see where I'm going. I just nearly fell down this hole. But anyway, the light's changing now and I still don't have my composition figured out. The landscape around here is quite unique. It's like a Sakura desert, it's a volcanic field. And there's quite a lot of erosion from rain around, so I'm trying to find a piece of this erosion that I can use to lead into the mountain. The problem is it's just so dark I can't really see. I'll keep going. So I think this is the first shot. Obviously we can't tell yet because it's still quite dark, but I think I've got it right. I've managed to find some of that erosion to lead into the mountain and just kind of weaves in and out up through towards the mountain. So I'm just going to wait for the light to lift a little bit and then I'm going to get set up. So I've just set up and I've got my Mamiya 7 on my tripod, and I've also just put a roll of Fujifilm Velvia 50 inside, which is a medium format film. I've got a 50mm lens on the front and that's 25mm equivalent in 35mm format. So I'm just looking at the mountain behind me here, and unfortunately there's a big band of cloud that's just moved in and sat right on top of it, so you can't really see it. And that's somewhat disappointing considering the effort that I travelled down here this morning to set up and actually try and photograph this mountain. But I'm not going to call it off yet. I've set up, so I'm just going to wait and hopefully the clouds move off the mountain. So you know what they say, you've got to be in it to win it, right? So I'm here, I'm set up, and we'll just wait and see. So I've decided to move on from that composition. It's just not working out. The band of clouds that sat on top of that volcano is just too thick. I'll just turn around so you can see. There it is. You can't even see the top. So the plan is to move on to a different volcano. There's Mt Ruapehu that's just down the road a little bit, that's not as quite as high as that volcano. So I'm hoping it's going to be below the clouds. And with this dark cloud that's just moved in, you can just see here, I'm hoping that it's going to be below that height and I'll be able to get a nice shot of that volcano. So we shall see, we will continue, and hopefully we'll get more joy down there. So I had a quick drive down the mountain, and as you can see, you can't really see a thing. So all of a sudden, I'm kind of feeling now like I've just wasted my time. It's just become too hard. But that doesn't mean the game is over. I've got a plan B, and that's sunset at a different location. So the plan right now is to have a snooze in my car because I'm pretty tired. I'm feeling like I'm pretty disheartened and wasted my time. Anyway, I shall have a snooze and I'll see you soon. So we're going to be calling it a day. I was planning to shoot this location for sunset, but I've been checking the weather and I'm getting mixed reports, and I'm just looking at what's going on, and even though it looks quite nice now in all different directions, there's, you know, dark clouds over there, it's starting to look like it's clear over here. One weather report says it's going to be clear right now and for the rest of the day and tomorrow. Another one says it's going to be cloudy. Another one said it was going to be cloudy. So I don't really feel like the weather is going to turn out for me. And to be honest, I'm feeling quite tired after today, so I don't feel like I've got the creative energy to continue, and that's okay. You know, this morning I was on the mountain, Mt Ruapehu, and I set up for my first composition, and the weather just didn't turn out. There was thick clouds and I couldn't see the mountain. You know, I travelled down here for 2 hours. I had about 2 hours sleep last night, and there were arguably more compositions to be had on the mountain, just not with the main mountain as the main focus of interest. You know, I could have done some more intimate type shots, but I just didn't have the energy, and I'm kind of feeling a bit beaten by it. And even though this scene here is a beautiful scene and could be great for sunset, I don't really feel like I've earned it. I don't really feel like I've set myself up for success. So I'm going to call it a day, and that doesn't mean that it's been a waste, because I've learned something. And I think the lesson today has been, don't try and be creative when you're really tired. You know, set myself up better for success, and make sure I've had a good night's sleep the night before, and try not to rush things. You know, I could have driven down here today, I could have done this one tonight, and then I could have gone to the mountain tomorrow, but instead I tried to do too much. You know, I came down early in the morning to do sunrise at the mountain, then I was going to do sunset here, and then do sunrise at the mountain again tomorrow morning, and then go home, and it was just too much. I haven't got the energy for it. So that's it for today. Unfortunately, there's going to be no photos, but hopefully you'll have seen some quite nice scenery. You know, there's this scene here. On the way down the mountain, I came across a pond that had some beautiful reflections of. I did a little bit of a video there, so I can show you that, but that's going to be it. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. I hope you've learned something. I've definitely learned something. And if you would like to see more of my videos, then it would be awesome if you would subscribe to my channel. That would be amazing. And please leave a comment. That would also be greatly appreciated. And check out my social media websites, you know, particularly Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.